Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Brianna Kasha and I'm so happy that you clicked on today's video. Here at my channel, I do all things around homemaking, lifestyle, motherhood, and marriage, all through a biblical lens. And today we are just going to spend a cozy day in the kitchen. We're going to do some cooking, some cleaning, a little bit of baking, and maybe do some chit-chatting along the way. I do keep things a bit dim in my kitchen. We have these obnoxious 70s lighting in our kitchen that are it's just a bit too much for me. It's not the mood that I like to have in the kitchen. And so it's a little bit darker. I apologize for that. We are gonna start off by making some bread in the bread machine. Before I do though, I need to do some cleaning up. We just finished lunch, so I'm gonna put all the dishes away. And then if you are a crunchy, more of a holistic mama, then you know what this means. Countertop looks like this, then it's likely that you are either battling something or trying really hard to prevent something, and that's what we're doing right now. Stella has a cold and Samuel has nothing so far, but it's still in the period where if we catch it, we caught it early enough that maybe we can prevent Samuel from getting it and it really going full-blown sickness with Stella. So I'm throwing everything at it. I'm gonna clean that off. I'm going to do the dishes and then we'll hop into some baking and some cooking. I desperately need to clean out this cabinet. It is our supplement cabinet and it is filled to the brim. It's a little ridiculous. Because I have a quiet house today and the kids are out, I think I'll just pop on and chat here and there with y'all instead of popping on a voiceover because, like I said, we have a quiet house today and more often than not that doesn't happen. And so I'm just gonna chit chat. So I first just want to say I'm feeling super grateful and excited. I last night went to bed with 100 subscribers and that just feels like a small little thing to celebrate. I'm excited. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for just participating. I am looking forward to seeing how the Lord's gonna move and how the Lord's gonna use this platform and hopefully a community to just lift one another up and pray for each other. That's that's how I feel, or I hope, or my goal or my intentionality for this platform is to eventually create a community of like-minded women and mothers who can just lift each other up, and maybe we can grow together closer to the Lord and in motherhood and in marriage, because it's challenging and it's difficult, and I never want to come off as somebody who has it figured out. There's always room for improvement when it comes to homemaking, marriage, motherhood. And so my goal and my plan is just to share whatever the Lord has for me this week with you. And I hope that it's encouraging and that it's helpful. And in some days it might be more of just to hang out like today. And then some other days it might be more of just, like I said, a message the Lord put on my heart. But either way, I'm really grateful that you're here and I'm excited to see what the Lord's gonna do on this YouTube channel. Something else I would like to share on this channel, although it's going to be a really slow process, like I mentioned in my first video, we bought a fixer-upper home, and so like I said, it's going to be a very slow process, but I would also like to take y'all with me as we do that and navigate remodeling and renovating our home. My kitchen is in need of some love, but I think it's so easy for us to fall captive by living in the future and what we're going to have in the future instead of stewarding what we have now well. And I think that this is a season that the Lord has really taught me that this is a gift that he's given us, and regardless if it's, you know, not exactly what I want, it's something, just because it's not exactly what I want right now, it doesn't mean that I don't take care of it and I don't steward it well. So I'm learning to love my kitchen as is. It's very small. We actually ripped out our microwave, and I have like a big pipe hanging out from my ceiling. Our countertops are tile and they fall off at any given moment if you just bump into it accidentally. The grout in between the tile is red. It is definitely, it's taken me some time to really just enjoy it as it is and still utilize it and steward it well, even though I'm so excited for the day when we get a new kitchen. I'm just making do with what we have right now, but it is something I'm excited to take you guys along for, of sharing the process of not just remodeling our kitchen, but our whole home eventually. So something else I really feel like I might be talking about here on this channel that is a big part of me is health and wellness. Like I mentioned in my first video and earlier today, is this channel, what I normally will talk about is marriage, motherhood, homemaking, all through a biblical lens. However, a big part of who I am is also health and wellness. So there'll be lots of like fun, healthy recipes and grocery hauls and wellness chit chats, because that's just a part of me, and I think that that is something that I'm looking forward to sharing. So that's something else that you can expect on this channel moving forward as well. My kitchen is nice and clean now. Before we make it a mess again, I am actually going to do a simmer pot. I have some ingredients here that are about to go bad, and so I just figured let's throw them into a pot and make the house smell nice and good for a while. So I'm going to do orange peel. These cuties are, I did some orange peel from our breakfast. I just kept some of those pieces. And then I have some cuties that are just not looking so great. They probably need to be thrown away. So, but we're gonna keep the skin and toss this in here. And then I have a bag of cranberries that are also not looking so good. They are left over from the holidays, and I'm gonna throw those in here with some cinnamon sticks. We're gonna put some vanilla extract, and then I'm also gonna throw in just a couple, ooh, this one kind of like does not smell good. That one's a little bit too far gone, I think. And then I'm gonna put a couple of drops of essential oil. But in the summer, I like to do more of like I like to do lemon and maybe some rosemary, maybe some vanilla, and then maybe like lavender essential oil. Let's do 3. And then I'm going to, instead of measuring the water, I'm just gonna fill it where it's mainly covered, but not quite all the way. Okay, and then I'm gonna do a few drops of this Immunity Boost essential oil. I really like the way it smells. So I'm just gonna stick this on the stove, on the back burner, in case we need to use the other ones. Okay, so I am just going to use our bread machine to make bread this week. I like to do this for just our everyday bread. I still normally buy bread at the grocery store. I at least keep a loaf of bread in the freezer for when I didn't make any or we ran out, because this bread normally goes pretty quickly because it tastes so good. So I'm just following the recipe that the bread machine tells me to follow. I'm doing the water first. I'm going to do the oil. Did the salt, and now we're going to do sugar. now I'm doing the yeast. Having a bread machine makes making homemade bread so easy. It kind of feels like I'm cheating because it's so easy to do. I have made regular bread in the past. I've also done sourdough before, but I always end up killing my starter. And so I would like to do that again. I would like to be able to take care of a starter. Might not be my season right now, or maybe we'll try again. I don't know. Maybe we'll do another one, and if it winds up not working out, so be it. All right, so that is it. So next we're gonna make some gelatin gummies. These are super simple and super easy to make. I think I've made these once before a long time ago, but it's been a long time. And so we're gonna do this. I think it's a perfect time of year. They're really good for your immune system, especially if you're using a good quality juice. And then gelatin has so many great benefits. It's good for your bones. It's also high in protein. So not only are you getting some like good nutrients if you're using some good juice, you're also getting protein. So these gummies are obviously way better than what you're gonna be getting at the store. So because I'm using that pot for the simmer pot, I'm gonna just use this little one. So I can only do one at a time, but it shouldn't be, it doesn't take very long, so it's okay that I put it on high. I'm gonna start by using what we have left of this superfood juice. This is just pomegranate, tart cherry, red grape, strawberry, mulberry, fig, and cranberry. So you want 1 cup of fruit juice. You're gonna put that in your saucepan. All right, 3 tablespoons of the gelatin. And when you're doing the gelatin, you kind of just wanna like sprinkle it over the top. We're gonna let it bloom, which means we're just gonna let it sit until it kind of dissolves on its own. But rather than dumping it all in one spot, you're gonna kind of spread it across the pan. Okay, and then once that's bloomed or set for a while, then we're gonna put it over like medium to low heat. You don't want it to get too hot, and you're gonna stir it pretty constantly. And then afterwards, you're just gonna put it either in gummy molds, or you could just set it into a tray and cut it up. I have these gummy molds I've had forever. Unfortunately, I can't find my little like bulb syringe that would be really easy to put in this. All that good, I'm gonna put this over the stove now on medium low. And you're gonna kind of let it go until it kind of liquefies really well, but you don't want it to get to a boil or a simmer. Before it is finished though, I am going to add just a little bit of this vitamin C supplement since the kids are a little bit under the weather. I just got some of this fruit juice on me, which means I probably should have already been wearing an apron, but I'm gonna put one on now. Okay, the bread machine is going, so it's kind of loud, but we are going to, I wish I had one of those things, but we wanna get this in here before it sets too much. So I'm going to just use this medicine dropper, which doesn't look like it's working too well. I'm just pouring it now. Okay, so now I'm just gonna pop this in the fridge to set, and note to self, if you have little gummy molds, I suggest you getting a little dropper and not just using a cup. The next rounds that I do, I'm just gonna stick in a tray like this, and then I'll cut them up by hand. What? Okay. Hold on. No. I told you no.
It's gonna taste so good. You, buddy. Daddy.
Like I said,
As you can see, everyone is home now, so things got a bit hectic. Actually, Samuel cut his finger on one of Stella's kid knives this night, and so I was comforting him while Ryan and Stella took over for me for a little while, but I'm going to go ahead and wrap this video up here. The recipe for this delicious soup will be in the description box below. I highly recommend it. It was really, really good. And I'm so glad that you're here. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and do not forget to subscribe. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.